Attention passionate Philadelphia fans, breaking news coming in. Something with major impact is happening in the NFC East and it could completely change the course of the game. We're talking about a direct influence on the Philadelphia Eagles' path to another Super Bowl run. A power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. And you're hearing it here first. Before we dive into the details, if you're a true Philadelphia Eagles fan, subscribe to the channel and help strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're part of this family too. Let's reach the mark of 3,000 subscribers together. Share this news with your friends and other Eagles fans. Now, let's get to the information. If you've been following the Philadelphia Eagles in 2025, you've already noticed that the word that best describes this team is roller coaster. On paper, a season start with 4 wins and no losses looks perfect. Worthy of a team dreaming of reaching the Super Bowl. But just watching the games is enough to understand that the picture is much more complex than the numbers show. This team is, at the same time, fascinating and unpredictable. The Eagles have delivered electrifying games, full of pure brilliance that makes fans go wild, but they also carry that dangerous side of relying too much on individual flashes to win. For fans, it's pure emotion, the euphoria of seeing the team dominate in the first half, and then the almost unbearable nervousness of watching the performance collapse in the second. It's as if the Eagles are 2 teams in one game, the steamroller in the first half and the vulnerable version that shows up after halftime. And nothing illustrates this contrast better than the recent clash against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. In the first half of the game, it looked like Philadelphia came out to put on a show. Jalen Hurts, more and more established as the franchise leader, had an almost flawless performance. He completed 15 of 16 passes, leading drives with surgical precision. It was the kind of performance that makes even the harshest critics admit he is everything to be a franchise quarterback for the long haul. The offense was in sync, mixing creative plays, deep passes, smart runs, and even a special moment early on when the special teams blocked a punt and turned it into a touchdown. The result? A comfortable lead and the feeling that the Eagles could steamroll the Buccaneers with no trouble. In recent days, fan pressure for the quarterback to force even more passes to his number 1 target reached a point where even well-known NFL analysts decided to speak out. And stealing the spotlight was Dan Orlovsky, former quarterback and ESPN analyst, who didn't hold back when reacting to the criticism coming from Philadelphia. According to him, it's simply absurd to demand that Hurts run the offense exclusively through Brown, as if the Eagles' offense were one-dimensional. But why is this discussion happening now? Let's set the context. A.J. Brown is without a doubt one of the best wide receivers in the league. His impact is immediate, dominant physicality, precise route running, and the ability to flip games almost single-handedly. However, on a team loaded with offensive talent, with names like Devonta Smith, Dallas Goedert, and even the ground game led by Saquon Barkley, Hurts cannot, and should not, limit his options to just one player. Even so, part of the fanbase insists, if we have a monster like Brown, why not use him to the fullest? This demand, which started as murmurs in the stands, grew on social media and has now reached radio and TV, becoming a national sports media debate. This is where Orlovsky comes in, visibly irritated, calling the demand unreasonable. For him, it's unfair to put the responsibility on Hurts to feed individual stats, when the bigger goal should be winning games, and so far, the Eagles have been excelling at that. And let's be honest, are fans really not seeing the full picture? We're talking about an undefeated team, led by a quarterback who knows how to spread the ball, who doesn't rely on just one connection to win. It's exactly this offensive diversity that makes the Eagles so dangerous. Locking into a single route of attack could be a fatal mistake in a season that promises to be long and fiercely contested. On the other hand, the fans' frustration does make sense. In recent games, Brown has had moments of low involvement, and for fans used to seeing him decide games with spectacular catches, it feels like a waste. Their argument is simple: if you've got a Ferrari in the garage, why not use it in every race? But here's the big speculative question: could this kind of outside pressure interfere with the team's internal chemistry? Everyone remembers last season's episode, when Brown showed frustration on the field for not getting the ball. Even though it was quickly smoothed over, situations like that can create noise. And in a champion's locker room, any detail can turn into a storm. What can't be denied is that this debate puts Jalen Hurts in a delicate position. He's the franchise leader, the face of the team, and he needs to balance following his instincts, executing Nick Sirianni's game plan, and managing the pressure of a demanding fanbase that always wants more. At the end of the day, this whole story is the perfect picture of what Philadelphia is, a passionate, intense, and often impatient city. The Eagles may be winning, but the fans will always want more passes, more spectacle, more balls for A.J. Brown.